Greetings, foolish mortals. 'Tis I, Cat, aka Black Moon Rose 13, here to talk about some things. No idea what I'll be having up for the video, and I hope to God it's something actually entertaining. Um, I found out some interesting information today while I was hanging out with one of my friends on a blog on the Tumblrverse. Apparently, how do I put this in the nicest of ways? um, there's gonna be a new Silent Hill movie. Yeah, just rip the band-aid off right there. Yeah. Hope you can hear me punching the desk, because we all remember how the last Silent Hill movie went. More on that later. Yeah, it is called, and I quote, Silent Hill Genesis. Now, this is all the information that we have available right now on the IBM page. Silent Hill Genesis is supposed to come out September 19th, 2017. And yet I have not heard anything, and I'm a big Silent Hill fan. And it's supposed to be either a TV movie, so like, Sharknado, crappy B movie on the Sci-Fi Channel, or it's supposed to be a movie and they just haven't fully put on the labeling and there's some coding issue on IBM. But this is what it says about Silent Hill Genesis. Silent Hill Genesis focuses on a young college graduate, Harry Mason, as he investigates a string of mysterious grisly murders in the sleepy little town of Silent Hill, Maine. If you can hear that, that is the sound of my head hitting the table. Okay. Okay. I understand that trying to convey what happens in a video game into a movie is very, very hard. But there's veering off, and then there's driving off the road and going completely off-roading. Okay? And Silent Hill, well, no offense, you've been off-roading, and while you are not the off-roading master like the Resident Evil series, oh boy, the Resident Evil series, I'll talk about that later on in life. You're getting there. I mean, okay. My history with Silent Hill is a good one. I discovered the Silent Hill series when I was in tech school, when I was 2009, 2010. 2009. Yeah. Discovered him while I was in tech school, fell in love with the game series, loved the look of it, loved the grittiness, loved the music, the ambiance, the psychological aspect of it. There's a lot of stuff I loved about this game. And, the game and, the original three. The first three are my favorites. Number 2 is beautiful, and number 3 is just... I love Heather Mason. Heather Mason is one of my favorites of the Silent Hill protagonists. It has nothing to do with me being a female. I just really like her. Because she's like, fuck you, fuck this shit, fuck everything. I just wanted to get revenge on you guys murdering my dad. Make a note of that, what I just said, for when I talk about Silent Hill 2. And trust me, I will talk about the Silent Hill 2 movie. Silent Hill Homecoming. Homecoming? What was the name of the second movie? Oh my god, I forgot. Revelation. Homecoming was the video game based on the guy who was in the army and basically turned it into a semi-hack and slash. Well, not really hack and slash. Beat 'em up? Beat and slash? I don't think about it. Revelation. Where they ruined Heather. And apparently, while doing research, I found out there's another Silent Hill movie that I gotta look out for. It was called Fear of Silent Hill. It was made in 2006. It was made in Denmark. The Danish know how to make good horror movies, I've heard. How was this movie? Fear of Silent Hill is a movie based mostly on the life of the abused 14-year-old girl Alyssa. Got the name right so far. Who sometimes befriends a young wild girl named Alma Wilde, who in some ways to Alyssa, the almost real age is unknown, but her story is alluding that she is a young age. That someone who doesn't speak English as their first language wrote this. That she in a young age became pregnant and birthed a baby, still very similar to Alessa, who is also known as being a biological mom to Cheryl/Heather Mason, who is seen in the movie, living a hard life where everything goes wrong and nobody cares about the girl Alyssa. One of her only friends, Claudia Wolf, tries to help, but Alyssa... That's all they have about it. Note to self, look this up to see if it sucks. Fear Silent Hill. Anyway, Silent Hill Genesis, back to that. Yeah, okay. I love the Silent Hill series, as I said. I really love it. And when I heard that they were going to do a Silent Hill movie, I got really excited. I am not going to lie. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Well, when I said I loved it, I loved the idea of it. Then the movie came out. Silent Hill! That's me, Murphy. And, okay, if you want a really good review of the Silent Hill movie, Phaelus on YouTube, he does a good Silent Hill review. A good review of the Silent Hill movies, because he himself is also a big Silent Hill fan. So, if you want a review of it from a fan, go from him. But it's just like, it's wrong. And when I kept watching the movie, even though I was trying to separate Silent Hill fangirl from movie watcher, it still kept going, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is so wrong, extremely wrong, you're completely wrong, oh god, you're so wrong. It's just like the Greek mythology fan in me trying to watch Disney's Hercules. It's like, this is wrong, so wrong, oh my god. I'm a hoot to when watching Disney Hercules with me, because I'll pause it every 5 minutes going, that's not how the myth went. Yet I love Xena, and the mythology in that is, oh boy. But that's campy, and I get entertained out of it. Anyway, back to the Silent Hill movie. And then when Pyramid Head showed up in the first Silent Hill movie, why is he there? He's for not Heather Mason. He's for James Sutherland, not for Heather, not for Terry, not for the mother, which I don't understand why they put her in there. I mean, they were like, oh, we wanted to include female empowerment, and they really didn't need a mother for the female empowerment thing. And listen, I'm all up for female empowerment, but that's what you got Heather for. All I'm saying, when it came to creating Heather Mason, the female designers were actually wanting her to be in a skirt so we could show femininity and all that jazz, and it's something I like. But seriously, it's just like, I don't understand why they want to do the mother thing, and then you hear the one line where mother is God in the eyes of a child, and I'm like, the reason why you made the mother do this is for that one line. One line. Movie which should be based off a video game, which is talking about a father's love for his daughter, something which we won't talk about how I never had, and you ruined it. You ruined it. And I got mad, very, very mad, very, very cranky, very, very, very cranky, and I wanted to curse, and I wanted to send the people who made this movie to the Silent Hill realm, except for Sean Bean. Because if we didn't have Sean Bean, we wouldn't have Game of Thrones. And then all my friends who are Game of Thrones fans would be angry at me. I got into the first 2 seasons of that. Do I get a cookie? And then, let's see. Then, I fizzled out. Downpour came out. And, let's see. Then Silent Hill Revelation? Yeah, Revelation. Couldn't remember the second movie because it's not that memorable. Silent Hill Revelation came out. I went, oh, great, they're going to screw up James Sutherland, and they're going to ruin Silent Hill 2, one of the greatest of the Silent Hill games. They're going, oh, no, we're going to ignore 2, and we're going to do Silent Hill 3. I go, okay, whatever. I was kind of following it little by little, what little I could find, like, oh, they're filming in Canada. Oh, here's some pictures of the Robbie Rabbit, plushies, which I like Robbie Rabbit. I used to actually draw Robbie Rabbit often. That's how I was able to draw this artwork of Bonnie Bunny from Five Nights at Freddy's, was because I drew Robbie Rabbit so often. I just used that idea and put it into this rabbit, and I'm fine. I just drew like a plushie version. Anyway. But, yeah, I like Robbie Rabbit. I think he's a funny character. His favorite food is ketchup. Sick, twisted humor there. But, I thought, okay, seeing some stuff here and there, maybe there's potential. Who's that character? Who's that dude? Oh, God, no. and they show Vincent, and I'm like, oh god, no. They made him young. He's supposed to be a creep. He's supposed to be an older creep. Oh no, this isn't where I think it's gonna go. Movie comes out. Yeah, it went where I thought it was gonna go. And, okay, for those who don't remember the backstory of the Silent Hill movies, I semi-remember this only because I like to quote it often to point out how stupid it is. In the Silent Hill universe, Cheryl, her mother, okay, Cheryl was accused of being a witch because her mother gave birth to her out of wedlock, and apparently she also had telekinetic powers, but they never explained that. Or if they did, I fell asleep. And, like, Cheryl's aunt was part of this one church who wanted to burn her alive to stop something happening, and then, like, and the burning did happen, and then Cheryl got revenge via being an evil spirit and causing the Silent Hill thing to happen to the city of Silent Hill, Maine. And then, like, in Silent Hill 2, apparently Heather has another aunt who apparently is Claudia Wolf, which I liked Claudia Wolf. Like, she's a pretty decent villain, and she's very creepy. I think it's because of the no eyebrow thing. I think because I remember reading about when they did the design for Claudia Wolf, they decided to give her no eyebrows to add an extra level of scariness, and I can actually see that legitimately. Anyway, but they also made it like Claudia Wolf is also her aunt, but they also said that Claudia Wolf is also Vincent's son. And see, the thing is, they mention how Claudia Wolf is the evil lady from the last movie's sister. And I guess they forgot this teeny tiny detail where that is technically her aunt, where technically it's Heather slash Cheryl's aunt, and then Heather got it on with Vincent. Well, they started a budding romance, and the whole romance is like. And you thought the romance was forced in Jurassic Park? Oh, how it's forced in Silent Hill Revelation. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Heather, oh, how they ruined her. But anyway, see, if you haven't figured it out yet, they're technically cousins, Vincent and Heather. They're cousins. We're in the wrong part of the United States for having that to be legal. I'm sorry. I didn't name states, but if you're part of the state that is kind of infamous for that to happen, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But I'm just saying, they don't remember. The movies themselves don't even remember their own history or plot points. I'm like, what, you couldn't pop in a DVD and watch the movie to make notes? Even I could have done that. I kept a better track of it. Although, mind you, I actually watched the movie before I saw the second movie, so it was more fresh in my mind. But seriously, the writer's gonna watch the last movie to take notes? I mean, they could have done that and had some serious continuity issues. And how they portrayed Heather in the second movie is just, like, so... I no like it. I no like it. Heather is a kick-ass, awesome character. And they... Words cannot describe what they did to her or my feelings towards it. I can use emojis. Anger face. Lots of little anger faces and the angry mark that they use in anime. It's the best way for me to express it. It's just... Now this movie... Back to this movie that they're talking about. Silent Hill Genesis. Thank you. Okay, now rereading this. This is about Harry Mason before Silent Hill 1, the first movie. And so they're doing like a prequel? Why would they do a prequel? I mean, in a technical aspect, the prequel for Silent Hill 1 would technically be involving, sorry, my brain is rusty. I have a lot of characters in my head right now. Would be Travis Grady, who is the trucker who somehow helps start the whole events that happened in Silent Hill. I don't know where Harry Mason would in any way, shape, or form be involved. Not even in the sake of the movie's continuity. In the movie's continuity, it makes no sense whatsoever. Seriously, if you're gonna hear some, like, actual good reviews of the movies, Phaelus, I will put links in the description if I have to. Oh boy, they're really good. But seriously, this making no sense. Why would they do this? Well, I just can't wait for September. So September, everybody, mark that on your calendars. Get ready for another Phaelus review of a Silent Hill movie. Yay! And another time for me to complain about every single aspect of how it's completely wrong. I'm still mad about the whole Silent Hills thing, the PT Silent Hills thing. I'm pissed about that, to be perfectly honest. I wanted the new Silent Hill game. It looked like there was potential, and we didn't get it. And I'm still angry and pouty about that. I would have killed for a new game. I don't want a pachinko machine. I don't want a movie. I want a game. Damn you, Konami! But anyway, thanks for listening. Hopefully I have a video that's entertaining you as well while I'm talking about this, because I really don't want to bore you with just my ugly ass face. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.